Dear Nigerians, hope you had a beautiful holiday. Welcome to 2019. It's another beautiful year for us. When you consider the Nigerian housing sector in 2018, there are three things that stand out: Nigeria's housing deficit, solving the affordability problem, and government housing policies. Affordability remains the biggest problem, as many people, despite having decent jobs and a fair income, cannot afford the high-interest mortgages offered by banks. What is in store for Nigerian housing sector in 2019? Experts say small-size apartments, co-working offices, community malls and property technology are the way to go in 2019, as they are the various areas that meet consumers' demand. For the global housing sector in 2019, experts are of the view that the coming year will usher in a thriving residential and non-residential property market, rich with opportunities for both buyers and sellers. We only hope for a better housing sector in Nigeria in 2019. You're watching Housing Development, and I am your housing diva, Flora. I'll join you in a moment. Now let's take a look at 7 Nigerian mortgage industry trends that will shape 2019. A rejuvenated management team at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, the entrance of family homes funds, recent restructuring at Nigerian Mortgage Refinance Company PLC, maximum mortgage loans for home seekers, Nigerian banks looking to drive mortgage loans, the role of mortgage banks, and channeling pension fund into mortgage assets. To read up the full details of the 7 Nigerian mortgage industry trends that will shape 2019, visit www.housingnews.org.ng. As a reward for excellence and outstanding performance in the year 2018, some stakeholders, primary mortgage banks, and staff of FMBN were rewarded for their distinguished performance recently at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria's Customer Service Week Award. Watch the report.
Platinum Mortgage Bank, along with Mutual Alliance Mortgage Bank, Servicom, Sedona Business Consult, and some staff of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria were rewarded for their distinguished efforts in the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria Customer Service Award for the year 2018. While conferring his speech of thanks for Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Sir Emmanuel N. Mbaka, the MD CEO of Platinum Mortgage Bank, spoke on the maximum utilization and assured more inputs towards perfecting the service delivery, and promised to ensure the quality on the services and assist the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to achieve their goal.
I was excited when I was told about this award, because I have been in the industry for long. This is the first time this kind of ceremony is taking place in Federal Mortgage Bank. We are happy to be part of the new innovation that is going on in Federal Mortgage Bank. what I can take home from this award is recognizing your own. Charity, they say, begins at home. Federal Mortgage Bank recognizing us means a lot to us. And by this award, it means we have to double our effort towards perfecting the service delivery, which is the main bane of our stay in the business. I thank the management for recognizing us, and I promise them that we will strive to ensure that we perfect the services and help Federal Mortgage Bank to achieve their objective which they have set. The goal, the innovation, the improvement, the ideas that this present management has put in place.
Also speaking at the award event, which took place at the head office of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in Abuja, architect Ahmed Dangiwa, the managing director of FMBN, said the award ceremony was done in honor to appreciate companies and staff who have met their goals and equally offered good services to customers. He further added that this move would also bring about promotion of staff based on their performance and true diligence.
The event we are about to hold today is required specifically to celebrate our customers and particularly to reward our staff and development partners for their excellent service delivery during this year 2018. This week, Customer Service Week is celebrated internationally during the first full week of October every year to recognize the importance of customer service and to honor the people who served and supported the customers during the year. I'm delighted to be part of this celebration of excellence.
Furthermore, the managing director of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria equally appreciated his management staff for their undivided support and input into tackling issues of housing and the mortgage sector.
Well, I say congratulations to all the awardees. It is surely an award well deserved. All right, moving on. A lot of Nigerians have this dream of owning a house. Can the hope and expectation of Nigerians for a positive change in the housing sector become a reality soon? What changes do Nigerians expect this year? Let's get to know on Housing Matters.
Government will encourage private individuals to come in and buy land at a more subsidized rate so that it will enhance people to own their houses. You know, it will help burden on government in respect to housing development, and to encourage private individuals like the private organization, the property companies, to come in to have a partnership with government in order to alleviate the problems and the populace are having in respect to housing.
I think the government should do, or maybe continue to do more of, is the partnerships with private developers. So there are a lot of good intention having developers in Nigeria who are building things either independently or on their own. I think the government can definitely support them.
Expect the federal government to embark on an overhaul of the entire, the housing schemes and facilities, because the federal government has a stake and a role to play in making affordable, not just affordable, in making available provisions for affordable and adequate, housing for its citizenry.
We should look at low-cost housing. We should look at alternative resources like brick technology. There's this new technology that Malaysia is actually not new. It's relatively old. Yeah. So you can have stacked brick technology. We can begin to look at that option and not, stick with our old way of we must use cement, to build. Yeah. So I think that's for housing. That's what I think. I also think that in 2019 we should look at a better model of mass housing. Yeah, better model of mass housing. That's going to also affect every other facility that comes along with it. So we look at mass housing model. I think we should look at those kind of models, low cost, and have a bigger density kind of. So that's my expectation for housing in 2019.
While you've heard the expectations of some Nigerians for the year, we do hope that the expectations will not fall short, as we call on the government and relevant authorities to make affordable and quality houses that an average Nigerian can afford a topmost priority this year. You're watching Housing Development. In most developing countries, among important factors influencing housing provision, finance is one of the most critical for so many Nigerian households. The cost of housing either soaks up over half their income or necessitate living in substandard conditions. One major housing and finance event that will shape the housing sector in 2019 is the 13th Abuja International Housing Show, with the theme driving sustainable housing finance models in the midst of global uncertainty. Why do you have to attend the 13th Abuja International Housing Show, the largest housing and construction event in Africa? Take a listen to testimonials from previous attendees.
12 years, we're told. They've been so resilient, they've been so persistent, they've been so focused. The number of people that even came, the number of countries that are participating, and today you can see the synergy, you can see the people who are coming to look at all those exhibiting, and you see the project that we have. My expectation is that this year is actually showing that it's better than last year. This year, the synergy that we are going to build, that this show is building, is also going to propel into a greater year next year.
It's my first time coming to this particular show, but it has not been as elaborate as this. But I've been to so many exhibitions across the world, both in Malaysia and Singapore, and I was amazed when I came here and saw what is happening here. For those who did not come, I pitied them, especially those in the built environment, construction industry, they needed to come here and see what is happening in the housing industry.
The 12th Abuja International Housing Conference, Housing Show and Exhibition is one of the things that contribute to economic activity, in the sense that you have manufacturers, professionals, vendors, all gathered in one place. We also think of solutions to the housing needs of Nigeria. So I think it's an event that everybody would want to attend. I'm glad to be part of this, and I'm glad to have declared this open. We have done this before, and what gladdens my heart is almost 80% of the people that are attending this show today, I've met them in other places across the world. I've met them in Florida in February. I met them in Washington last month. That means there is a concerted effort by each and every player in the housing industry to put hands together to find out what is happening in other climes in the world, come back to Nigeria and put SAVE into practice. So that is a very big step for us in solving our housing problems in this country.
Do you want to grow your brand, make sales and network? Then you have to include attending the 13th Abuja International Housing Show in your 2019 budget. Register today on www.abujainternationalhousingshow.com or call the contact number on your TV screen. This year, 2019, the housing shortage in the country offers opportunities to whomever can figure it out. The real deal in today's economy may be mid-price single-family homes that a cross-section of buyers can actually afford. No segment of the housing market has so many potential buyers due to a number of economic factors. Whether it is mass housing or a new type of tract housing, practical and affordable mid-market homes, as well as starter homes and affordable rental unit for young adults, this type of housing remains potential gold mines for developers who can figure out the right balance of price, location and amenities. The higher-end market remains well served. Building affordable low-cost housing in the country at scale will be a welcome development this year, 2019. Now let's get to know the major organizations that will shape the housing sector in 2019 with the activities in real estate development, housing finance, research and building materials technology. Welcome back. In the spirit of the season, another winner has emerged in the ongoing Winner Home Lottery organized by Rising Sun Lottery Limited. Here are the sights and sounds.
As we all know, we're gathered here once again, and about this time, exactly 1 month today, a winner emerged from our first live draw. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mrs. Ayara Inola. She's actually the winner of our first live draw. The two-bedroom bungalow located at Effort Global Estate.
My name is Abdul A. Ibrahim. I'm the Deputy Managing Director of Winner Home Lottery. My responsibility here is very, very, very simple. It's to welcome all of us to this very important event. So in the spirit of the season, let me start by wishing all of you a happy New Year in advance. Today is a very important day in the history of our esteemed organization, Winner Home Lottery. It is very important because in a few minutes from now, somebody's life will change for good. In our own time, we see someone's level has changed. In fulfillment to our promise of giving out the house monthly to our lucky winner, we said we have kept our promise once again, and there is no better day than today being the last day of the year 2018.
So when she hits the button, it goes at the raffle, it goes and then it stops, and then we have a winner, we have a number, and we get this number, the number takes us to the ticket details, and then we get the details of the person, the address, the number, phone number, the email, and then we call the person here. When the person is close, you come here. 1, 2, 3. Okafor Augustine Obina is our winner. Ticket number 181-218-00784-3301214. So am I speaking with Mr. Okafor Augustine Obina?
Yes.
I'm about to inform you right now that 2018 has ended with your rent. Because you are our December winner for winning home lottery.
That's the much I can bring on today because of time, but we can continue this conversation on all our social media platforms displayed right now on your TV screen. If you miss any part of the program, you wish to watch it over again and previous ones, you can watch via the YouTube channel Housing TV Africa. Keep it next week. I remain your housing diva, Flora Annie.